Ballpark Cam up and running in Kansas City. You think Kansas City, you think barbecue, right? D-Rose says sushi. Who knew? Landlocked? Really? Really? Kauffman Stadium is the place to be where the Yankees are rolling. Roflo talked about it. Top of the division, getting timely hits. And Robert isn't one to love on the Yankees, am I right? But look at these numbers on your screen right now, talking about Nestor Cortes. It's easy to love, right? The New York Times, Al Leiter, wrote an article about how he's a contortionist on the mound. What have you seen lately? What makes you love him? Take me inside.
Well, Lauren, there's a lot of reasons, but I hope what I can show out of this tape is, and I hope there's a high school kid watching. I hope there's a high school or youth baseball coach watching. For that matter, college, minor leagues, even the big leagues. Because you got a guy in Nestor Cortes who, through perseverance, a long time. He was 2013. Before I get into the tape, 2013, he was a 36th rounder, 1,094th pick in the 2013 draft by the New York Yankees at Hialeah High School, Cuban born. So that's one of those, you roll the dice, yeah, we'll take him, lefty, who knows, let's put him in the system. He threw almost 500 innings in the minor leagues. It's almost unheard of now. He wasn't a starter. He started and relieved. He's been in 120 games in the minor leagues, 65 he started, so roughly half. Of those 495 innings, all he did was every single year showed that, hey, I deserve it, because the numbers reflected it. So it's about location and changing speeds. And when I say that, we're in a time when we're impressed with, I am, and everybody else when we watch baseball, because we see the radar gun. 98, 103, 99. This guy averages 90 miles an hour. So 3 miles an hour less than the average Major League fastball. This is like as old school can get. So let's go. Let me just show you a couple of the pitches that he throws here with respect to, I mean, Cortes, you look at his body. It says he's 5'11", 205, never stood next to him. Stop right here. Luis Tiant, and I'm starting with a Cuban. Luis Tiant had flair, and I'm going to show you some of his delivery. Like, he drops down, he does the little wiki Cortes does. So we're going to start with Luis Tiant. This is what Luis Tiant used to do, folks. Back in the 70s, even 60s, he started. Back to him, legs, arms, whoop, comes in. He was a Hall of Fame player. Hideo Nomo, had to show him. You're watching these unorthodox deliveries. Dontrelle Willis, awesome, stuff and delivery. El Duque used to do stop, go, stop, go. Had to put in a little Fernando Valenzuela. Look at these deliveries, folks. Stop right here. Now, this is the ultimate. I had to go right here because, everybody's looking at the old stuff. We got right here Johnny Cueto. Back that up a little bit just so that, because we're going to show Cortes here in a minute. So he did this is all about not trying to be cool, because when your stuff maybe isn't elite to where you could blow by a guy, you're trying to offset this guy's rhythm and tempo, right? So the more I can kind of get you to speed up and slow down, that's what this is all about. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. Looks like he's got a toothpick in his mouth too, Johnny Cueto. All right, so I wanted to show that. Nestor Cortes, as I told you, 500 innings in the minor leagues. He's 27 years old, played a ton of different levels. All right, back it up, because I have a few of these. And now, if anything, you look here, I mean, Brandon Nimmo's, this was last year, he's smiling on this. But this is the kind of thing of not just trying to be cool. He's actually perfected understanding what is pitching and what is hitting. Pitching is to offset the timing of a hitter. So you don't want him to feel comfortable. You want him to back and forth. So when you're throwing 90 miles an hour, as Cortes does, you have to be creative, and certainly has been. Go ahead and play it. So that little stop, go, that's a little cutter on the outside part of the plate, but I want to show that. Ohtani, same thing. Foot, stop, wait. He's waiting, slow, whoa. All right, he calls timeout, he's laughing, but this is the kind of thing that you do. I mean, I played with Tommy John, who threw 82 miles an hour, and he used to have varying leg kicks and different moves. Here's a guy that has confidence. He's throwing harder. This is the fastball he shows. I told you he averages right at 90, but you'll see some 87, 88s. So because of timing and rhythm, yes, location, these hitters they're like baffled a little bit. Like, what's he going to throw? Is it that little backdoor cutter? Is he going to throw that slider? And then 92 by a great hitter in Ramirez, not just an average hitter. Here's a cutter. See the little cut piece? 87 miles an hour, 87 miles an hour. This is the ball to get guys off their fastball, 84 miles an hour. Slider. Now he takes a little bit off. Backdoor. That might have been a backdoor cutter right there because his slider is more in the high 70s. It's more of that speed right there. So now he's got 3 different velocities. He can get it up to 93, but here, I just wanted to show a quick rip. Stop right here. This is going to give me a chance to catch up. So I start this thing out by saying timing, rhythm, and tempo, changing speeds, but this is paramount. Location, location, location. If you throw 97, 98, yeah, can you get away with some of these? Absolutely. You can go above the speed limit and bum rush a guy and he's late. But when you're this pitcher and you realize I have to be specific, down and away, down and in, occasionally come upstairs with my 92, that's pitching. And he's got a tremendous ERA since last year. Go ahead and play it. So I just wanted a quick rip of as much as down in the zone, down and away, you got these major league hitters frustrated. Is it the backdoor cutter? Is it a backdoor slider? Is he going to back foot me? Then he throws a buzz piece at 90. That's a frustrating at bat, to say the least. D-Row knows it because I'm sure he's faced similar guys. What do we got here? Lowest opponent average on fastballs. Look at this. Stop right here. Just give me a chance here. Again, average major league fastballs, but right about 93.5, 93.6. So you have guys that are plus velocity that could bum rush guys, right? So that average velo, some of these guys, Rodon will be up to 98, 99. Darvish, same thing. Look where he is. This is the start of 2021. He threw over 700 fastballs last year. So this is a legit frustrating at bats. Cutter statistics since the last 2 seasons, he's kind of flipped his model. He's throwing more of them, but you can see the numbers. It's just getting better and better as a result of confidence, conviction, throwing with authority, and belief in your stuff. I can't say it enough. I really, really like, a couple days ago, did a little breakdown on some of the guys that aren't throwing as hard and maybe some of the older guys, the Greinke's, the Wainwrights, of really being conscious of location and changing speeds. It is a real thing, and I'm really happy that Cortes is doing it because the Yankees, from Brian Cashman on down, gave this kid an opportunity because he deserved it. And boy, I hope he keeps it up because there's a whole conversation of like, well, back in the 80s and the 90s, not everybody threw 100.
Al, look at that number. Look at that screen right there. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, 1 for 29.
Yeah, when he drops down and goes sidearm, and they're only 1 for 29?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad you referred to that. That's his drop-down fastball. So here it is against righties, and I wanted Nays to do this because I lived inside. I came up with a cutter, and guys, right-handed hitters that want extension out over the plate. We're talking about throwing inside. Guys, the ability to pound in to get guys off of away is so important. This is really just a breakdown and accentuating the positives of a guy that doesn't throw real hard, understands the craft of pitching, changing speeds, and location. That's what Cortes does. And there you have it. Oh my God, more boards. Look at this. Lowest ERA. Look at this. By the way, look, who knows how this plays out? I know it's 3 starts, but we're going back to last June, so it's more than 3 starts than just this year. But look at the brand names here. Look at this. So, yes, it'd be nice to throw 98 and throw by guys, but if you don't, watch this guy. I'm not saying everybody's got to start doing the wiki, but locating your pitches and changing speeds, you could dominate in the big leagues.
Good stuff.
All right, Al. All right. Al, real quick. 4 takeaways from it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, gosh.
From your skybox. Number 4, and I'll make them quick. Number 1, his balance on the rubber is undeniable. The way he can hold different positions. That is something for kids to take a look at. Come and set, being able to hold that balance point. He does it better than anyone in the big leagues, which is impressive to me. 2, he's got an invisible heater. I don't know why. I don't know if his spin rate's through the roof. But at 89, 90, he misses over the heart of the plate a time or two and gets away with it consistently. So guys aren't picking it up. Number 3, the drop down board is crazy. And number 4, you saying, give me a chance to catch up with the boards up there is absolutely hilarious.
Hey, Lucas, we could do that with the whole
so good.
technology here. But
I like it that sometimes you're surprised by the boards, even though you were heavily involved in the.
well,
sometimes
the full screens come up and I didn't read all the statistics, so I'm reading it
You're
live.
adorable, Al. You're adorable.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.